Hey guys, what's going on? Another video for you. Do you remember Auxbeam from my older video where we installed the fog lights on the front of the Jetta? Well, they've been kind enough to send me some more stuff to try, so tonight we're going to install the GX series LED headlight bulbs in the Jetta. So upon opening the box, which is a pretty nice box, you're going to find two well-packaged lights. For the Jetta, it uses a 9007 bulb. So this is a very standard procedure. You can see here all the different types of bulbs they offer in this series, and I'll have links in the description to everything. So pop the box open, get a nice decal, you get a little booklet with some of their information, warranty stuff, but let's get down to the goods. So we pop it out of the box. Here's what we have. So we have the bulb itself with it's really well made. It feels nice. This is aluminum. It's like a cooling fin, and there's a fan in the back of there. Little O-ring seal. Now that'll depend on the style bulb you got, if it has the metal retainer clip or not. Then a little driver housing, which is also feels like cast aluminum. And the plug. This plug should be an exact match to whatever male end that your vehicle has. Within that box you have, looks like some double-sided tape with foam to probably attach the driver to the headlight bucket or something like that, and some zip ties to keep it all tidy. Yet another decal and another Auxbeam book. This one looks more specific to the actual headlight. So they give you instructions. I know these can be clocked and fine-tuned, and it gives you all that information there, as well as some specifications, the different parts and the color. Operating temperature, lifespan 50,000 hours, 2-year warranty, and talks about the fan cooling and things like that. Down here are the 7-inch Auxbeam lights that I tested last year. I'll put a link to that in the description too. These things are absolutely awesome. That's why I was so excited to test some more of their products. When you install these LED headlight bulbs, it's super easy. It's like replacing another bulb. So I'm not going to go into super in-depth details on that. All I have to do in this car to do that is remove the battery to get to the back of the headlight bucket. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll pop the old bulbs out and talk about them a little bit. It's probably the hardest part of this job, is just lifting this big diesel battery. Well, I really didn't intend this to be a comparison video, but since I'm pulling one LED out and putting another in, we might as well talk about it. I think I did a review on these about, it's been several years now, maybe 3 years. This is the BeamTech Mini 9007. I don't remember the exact model number, but I think I put these in around 2019, and they've been pretty good. I have noticed, I don't know if they're actually getting dimmer. I'm just having more and more trouble seeing at night, and every now and then the passenger side, the high beam will cut in and out, like when you go to signal your high beams, or like if a car is coming and you put them on low beam and go to put high beam back on, they just don't come on for a while. So they are, I think they've reached the end of their lifespan. They're out of warranty, and I'm ready to try something new. Looks cooler. I don't know if that makes a difference. All the machining and the design on that, if that actually relates to better output, possibly better cooling if there's more aluminum. Aluminum really dissipates heat. The ends are different. The BeamTech has a little rubber cap. This just feels like aluminum. And then of course it has the O-ring. It is shorter. The Auxbeam is quite a bit shorter, so that is a good thing. And they both have a fan. So one problem I had with the BeamTech, and I think I'm going to have the same problem with the Auxbeam, is my headlights have these locking rings and they have to go over the headlight or over the bulb, and I had a heck of a time. You can see I had to trim that just to get it over this cord, because the bulb just has the plug on the back and this would slide over it. So I'm a little concerned I'm gonna have the same issue there, and I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or if that's just how they are. But we'll get through it and get them installed and compare the brightness. Alright, I got one installed. So we have the Auxbeam GX series on this side and the old BeamTech on that side. It's hard to tell from the video, but the light on this side, notice how you can't see any of the housing. It's just flooding the camera. And over here you can still see some of the plastic. So in person, this one is brighter to a degree, but it's kind of hard to tell without going outside. But fans are running. Install went good. Let's get the other one in and take it outside. What do you say, Tess? One big win the Auxbeam has in my book already is this feature. So you turn that and pull, and these separate. So when you install it in the headlight, you put this piece in your headlight, make sure it's clocked correctly. Then you install the locking collar, and then you just push and twist, and you can take it back out that way. This stays in the headlight housing. So I don't have to fit it over this big wire. The BeamTech bulb does have that, which it's my fault I didn't notice it before. You take this screw out, slide this off, slide your collar on, put it back together. But you can't take this out and just take the bulb out like that. So this would all stay as one because you have to tighten that screw in. So still not a big deal, but I really do like that feature. And there's another O-ring here, so it seals your housing. Then you just slide this back in, twist it, and lock it. So just kind of a neat tool-free feature, because on the BeamTech you have to have a little Allen wrench and get that set just right. All right, both bulbs are in. Even with the battery removal, maybe a total of 8 minutes to get the drivers in, plug them in, put the battery back in, and test to make sure they're both working. So super easy install, bulbs fit perfect. So we'll get these adjusted as best we can and go out on a little test drive. Here's an outside comparison test with the Auxbeam GX LED headlights. There it is from the interior. So there's low beam and high beam. Low beam, high beam. Let's go for a ride. So here's a perspective out on the road. I'm not going to do this driving just for safety. They light up the road really well in low beam. I think I'll pull them up a little bit, but I have noticed with LEDs, if you come up too high on low beam, everybody will be blinking their lights at you. So I might just try this for a while. Compared to the BeamTech, I'm noticing much better lighting on the side of the road. On the BeamTech, this was the side that kept coming in and out, and even when it was on, I didn't have the light up on the side of the road like that. So that's low beam, and there's high beam. It has a pretty good cutoff and a pretty good reach. But just another shout out to Auxbeam. If you want crazy lighting, get the 7-inch off-road lights. That right there is just insane. So you can't even see the regular lights when those are on. So that's low beam, high beam, and the big boys. So I'm gonna go for a little drive and see how I like it on the turns and stuff, and we'll check in a bit. I'm back. The ride went well. I think the bulbs are a big improvement over the BeamTech. I didn't find myself, when I drive with these, I'm always feeling like I have to turn the off-road lights on, which I try not to use them on the road. And with the Auxbeam bulbs, I felt like they were just give you a little more confidence, see a little bit farther. So I think the only limitation now with those is the housing. So I might try to pick up some better housings and see if I can adjust them and get them even working better. But overall, really pleased. I just keep looking down here. I got all this mess to clean up. But if you want to try these GX bulbs, I have a product discount code for you. So it's RECG. So the letters like for Red Eye Cafe Garage. I'll put a link to that in the description. You'll get a pretty good discount, and you can try these out yourself. I'm also really excited. In these 2 boxes is another Auxbeam product that I'm even looking forward to more because the GMC lighting is horrible. So Auxbeam sent me 4x6 LEDs, one of their new kits, and I'm really excited to try that. I always said I would never put LEDs in that because I'm not a fan of the look on the classic truck, but I use that truck for towing and stuff, and at night it's scary with those old steel beam headlights. So I think they're going to be a huge upgrade. I'm hoping I like the look more than I think I will. So stay tuned for that, and we'll have a discount code for that as well. I also want to remind you, I'm going to come over here and show you, don't forget to get on our merch site and check out the decals. We have magnets. I think these are really cool. That's a magnet, so you can take it on and off. We have t-shirts, mugs, banners, all kinds of stuff. So check out our merch store. Link is in the description. Has all the cool stuff that we offer. Andrea spent a lot of time setting up that website, and it's pretty cool. And some pretty cool stuff on there. So I will put links to every product I used in this video. So the bulbs, I'll have the discount code there, and the 7-inch off-road lights are on there. I'll put a link to those as well if you really want to boost your lighting. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the GMC bulbs, and catch you later.